Hallelujah. Здравствуйте. Yeah, how are you? Good, добрый вечер. Будьте благословенны. У вас все в порядке? Слушайте, мне что-то нравится больше вчерашний зал, чем сегодняшний зал. Это вы нам сохранили уже вино напоследок. Надо наоборот, лучше вино напоследок. Но ничего, в следующий раз будем знать. Переводы есть? Сколько человек переводит впереди? Вдвоем, да? Троем? Он еще хватает, да? Are you getting some translation? Is it okay? Okay, good. Now, before I go, okay, I'm going to make some announcements in English before I preach in Russian. If you don't understand that one, you shouldn't be living in America. Well, what I want to say is that I've got some books here, and because I was not planning to come and speak to the Russian public, so I brought all my books only in English. So, good for the English speakers. I don't think these are all the books I have, but I think you will find some more on the table. One of the books that is one of the best-selling books we have in Russia is called Successful Marriage Takes Work. Who is married here? Who is planning to marry? All right. Well, you need to get it. Successful marriage is not accident. Successful marriage is not by accident. Successful marriage is by one word. It's by work. You need to work on your marriage before it could be successful. If you don't work on it, you live to regret it. So successful marriage is work. You could get his book on the table after the service. We have several other books. So now this book is for one of my premier leaders, Pastor Natalia Patapaeva. How many of you have heard of Pastor Natasha Patapaeva? You've heard of her? Yeah. So she's a real disciple of Pastor Sunday and of the Embassy of God Church. And she's going to Germany now to start a new work. And she used to be drunk. She used to be a drunkard for 30 years. She used to drink for 30 years when she came to church. That was 10 years ago, 11 years ago. And now she's not just free from drinking. She's started in the last 3 years, 25 churches. And she's pastoring 3,000 people in Kiev. So because she used to be an addict herself, she's written this book for relatives of addicted people. So if you have anybody drinking or smoking or using drugs in your family, this book will help you, because it's a book that is giving you the instructions and recommendations how to deal with people who are addicted or addictive in your family, how to work with them, and how to bring them the freedom that they need. So this book will help people like that. Then another book we have, this is a magazine. It's not really a book. It's a magazine about our church. It's like kind of a panorama in pictures of the Embassy of God. So we call it a new beginning. So you want to take this for your friends, because it just tells the story about our church in English. And we have one of the other books here we call A Handbook on Societal Reformation. It is for transformation of the society. I mean, if you are not ready to weep and cry, don't even take on this book, because you are going to meet so many destinies, so many lives of people that have been transformed, changed, and, you know, the people who are down and out, people who are totally lost, and the power of God coming upon them and bringing total restoration and healing. It's incredible what the stories that are in this book. You will not believe it that this is possible. But with God, everything is possible. In fact, can you believe it? Anytime that I need some encouragement, you know what I do? I don't go to MTV and I don't go to TV, any TV at all. What I do is I get a hold of this book. When I begin to read it, I begin to weep and cry because this is totally amazing, the stories that are here. And, it challenges you and it purifies you and, it just makes you want to cry because it's just too fresh what God can do in the lives of people. I know all these people personally, but still, I know their stories, but still, just reading it just refreshes you. So you want to take this book. It's not cheap, it's expensive, but because the stuff that are inside, the content is also not cheap. It's very, very precious. So I want to advise you to get this book for yourself. It's called Look What the Lord Has Done. Look What the Lord Has Done, New Beginning, then these other books. What do you have? Do you have some other books from me? No? We have the Orange Revolution. Maybe some of you have heard of the Orange Revolution in the Ukraine. That is, the political crisis that we had, a few months ago, and the victory, the glorious victory that God gave us. If you want to know the story behind it and the role of the church in that revolution, that is really very historical and very memorable. I think I will advise everybody to get this for himself or ourselves. And we have another one here, is the praise and worship. It's music from the Embassy of God, from the 11th anniversary. So I hope this will also be a blessing to you. All right. So that's all I'm going to do in English today. Now, from henceforth, we go Russian. Unless we've got to get somebody for Chris to translate, to get the translation for Chris. Okay? Translation for him in English. He's taking care of me. I must take care of him.